Good evening, all.
Yes.
I am Sissy Cyril.
Yes, I am Shalini Radish.
Yes, we are from Ncdc 32nd batch. Today,
Yes.
we are conducting a guest class about Ayurveda.
Yes. Ayurveda is considered by many scholars to be the oldest healing science. In Sanskrit, Ayurveda means the science of life. Ayurvedic knowledge originated in India more than, I think, 5,000 years ago and often called the mother of all healing. Okay, Sisi?
Yes, Shalini ma'am. Today, we got a special guest. She is expert in Ayurveda. That is Dr. Abhini Smith, BAMS from Saraswati Medical College, Kottayam. Yes, and next we can go wonderful. We want a wonderful welcome speech. Okay.
Yes. Welcome Asya ma'am for presenting
Yes,
a welcome
I
speech.
invite Asiya ma'am for
Yes.
presenting a wonderful welcome speech.
Welcome Asya ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sisi ma'am and Shalini ma'am. A very good evening to all of you. Honorable Chief Guest, our dear faculty Chijina ma'am and all members of this 32nd batch. A very warm welcome to all to this wonderful session. We have come a long way as teacher trainees. Everyone in our class has an equal hand behind the success of our class because only by working together one gets success. Each subject to choose to the greatest interest for the students of this class. In additionally guarantee that the subject members are enjoyed and preferred by everyone in the class. So today we have a wonderful guest, Ms. Abhini Susmit, BAMS, who is practicing at Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum. She is going to talk about Ayurveda, the science of life. I welcome her from behalf of all this 32nd batch. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. And today I'm here to talk about the concept of healthy living in Ayurveda. Once again, I'm so honored to be the part of this, and thank you so much for inviting me. Now I think we can start. Let's start with the PPT presentation. Yes. 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 Ayurveda, the science of life. Next, let's see what is Ayurveda. Yes, Ayurveda is a form of holistic medicine that focuses on promoting balance between your body and mind. Ayurveda, apart from providing various therapeutic measures of disease, emphasize on maintenance, promotion of health, and prevention of diseases through diet and lifestyle regimens. Next, let's see. Yes, as part of Ayurveda, life is sustained by a tripod of mental, physical, and spiritual factors constituted by body, that is sharir, sense, indriyas, and mind is known as sattva, and spirit, that is atma. Every human is characterized by the mind-body type, and in Ayurveda, these primary qualities that govern the body are called doshas. And Ayurveda brings health and keeps the doshas in balance. Overall, it aims at holistically maintaining and improving general health no matter what age you are. Next, let's see about the 5 fundamental entities. Yes. The physical world, including human body, is derived from the specific combination of the 5 fundamental entities, that is the 5 elements of nature, which are water, earth, fire, space, air, and these are known as Panchama Bhutas and the soul. And Panchama Bhutas from the 3 doshas make up for a combination in the 3 primary doshas, which are defined as types of energy that circulate within your body. Next, let's see the different doshas that are Pitta dosha, Vata dosha, and Kapha dosha. Three doshas carry out the psychological activities and are responsible for the integrity of human body. Each doshas are responsible for the specific psychological function, and there are certain main characteristics for each dosha to help you determine which type matches you the best. Like we can see, Pitta dosha is a combination of fire and water, and it is an intelligent, hardworking, and disease. That is, Pitta dosha controls hunger, taste, thirst, and body temperature. This dosha generally has a medium physical build and short temper and may suffer from conditions like indigestion, heart disease, or high blood pressure, and so on. And when compared with Vata dosha, it is a combination of air and space. It's creative, energetic, and lively. And the Vata dosha maintains electrolyte balance and movement. That is, people with the doshas are usually thin with a light frame and may struggle with digestive issue, fatigue, and anxiety when out of balance. And let's see of that Kapha dosh, it is a combination of water and earth. That Kapha dosh promotes joint function, that is, naturally calm, grounded, and loyal. Those with Kapha dosha often have a steadier frame and may have issues with weight gain, asthma, depression, or even diabetics. Next, let's see. According to the diet, your dosha determines which food you should eat to promote inner balance. Yes, next. For example, Pitta dosha, it's focused on cooling, energizing foods like fruits, banana, watermelons, strawberries, and vegetables such as celery, cucumber, cauliflower. And you can eat these veggies raw and should limit spice, nuts, and seeds. Next, let's see the Vata dosh. It favors warm, moist, and grounding foods while restricting dried fruits, bitter herbs, and raw veggies. We can intake foods like meat, egg, fish, seafood, chicken, and other white meats. And we can include fruits that are sweet fruits such as banana, coconut, apples, grapes, mango, melons, papayas, and so on. And you can include vegetables like greeny veggies, grains, milk products, and spices and herbs. Next, let's see finally the Kapha dosha. Yes, it limits heavy foods like nuts, seeds, oils in favor of fruits, veggies, and legumes. Most of all the red meat, artificial sweeteners, and processed ingredients that should be limited for all these doshas. Instead, Ayurveda diet encourages eating healthy whole foods. Next, let's see when all the doshas are perfectly balanced. Next, yes, the state of being is being healthy. Next, let's see when when they fall out the balance through dehydration, anxiety, stress, low energy, or excess exertion, the person is propelled into a state that is called Vikriti, the imbalanced state of mind. We know the balanced state is called Prakriti and the imbalanced state that is called Vikriti. And this can lead to diseases over a period of time if not corrected. Next, see, yes. Due to faulty diet and lifestyle normalcy of the three doshas, it is distributed and they aggravate in the body. The three doshas carry out the psychological activities and they are responsible for the integrity of human body. Vitiated three doshas distribute the normalcy of the dhatus, that is called tissues, and malas, that is excretory products, causing their vitiation, which manifests as various diseases in the body. The health of an individual depends upon the normalcy of these doshas, dhatus, and malas. Thus, Ayurveda brings health and keeps doshas in balance. And overall, it aims at holistically maintaining and improving general health no matter what age you are. Next, let's see if a person seems healthy. How will be a person seem healthy? Like proper nourishment, proper strength, desire and appetite for intake of food, proper digestion of food, ingested at proper time, sleep at proper time, absence of pathological and dreadful dreams, feeling of freshness after waking up in the morning, proper evocations of feces, urine, fluids at the proper time, proper functions of mental faculties, intelligence, and sense in all respects, and finally, absence of any kind of pain. So if a person is having all these, he is considered to be a healthy man. Next, let's see if a person is unhealthy. Yes, if a person is unhealthy in Ayurveda for maintenance of health and treatment of diseases, we have to follow diet and nutrition, regimen of a person and social hygiene, daily routine, which is dinacharya, and seasonal regimens that are called ritucharya, including basic sanitation and healthy living environment. Next, let's see what is diet and nutrition. Yes, nutrition, it's a very important to our body. Nutrition is a critical part of health and development. Better nutrition is related to improved infant, child, and mental health, strong immune system, safer pregnancy and childbirth, lower risk of non-communicable diseases such as diabetic, cardiovascular diseases, and longevity. We say healthy children learn better. Nutrition is very important for every age. Like a child needs proper nutrition to stay healthy and to be strong and to grow healthy. So nutrition for a child can help establish a foundation of healthy eating habits that can apply through life. And people with adequate nutrition are more productive and can create opportunities to gradually break the cycles of even poverty and hunger. And it's said before, like you need proper nutrition for your child's growth. For that, what all things we have to see. Next, let's see what sort of nutrition that every child should be get on a daily basis. Next, yes, these are the must-eat nutrition for your child: protein, carbohydrate, fat, calcium, iron, folate, fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C. So now I can tell you in detail, like protein. Protein helps a child build the cells, break down food into energy, and fight infection, and carry oxygen. And food that contain high levels of protein include meat, poultry, fish, eggs, nuts, beans, and dairy products. And then carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are actually the body's most important source of energy. They help a child's body to use fat and protein for building the repairing tissues. And carbohydrates come in several different forms like sugar, starch, and fiber. But kids should be eating more of the starch and fiber and less of the sugar. And let's see the food that containing high levels of carbohydrates, including bread, cereals, rice, pastas, and potatoes, so on. Then comes fat. Fats are generally the source of energy for kids, like it's easily stored in child's body, and they're also important in helping the body to properly use some of the other nutrients in its need, and that the food contains high levels of fats, including whole milk dairy products, cooking oils, meat, fish, nuts, etc. Then comes calcium. The calcium is essential in helping to build a child's healthy bones and teeth, and it's also important for building blood clotting and for nerve, muscles, and heart function. And food that contain high level of calcium are like milk, cheese, yogurt, broccoli, spinach, and tofu. Then comes iron. Iron is necessary for the child to build a healthy blood that carries oxygen to cells all over the body. And the foods that contain high levels of iron include red meat, liver, poultry, shellfish, whole grains, beans, nuts, iron, potato, cereals, etc. Next, can you see the image of the food that is given? Yes, next. Yes, these are the foods that include the nutrition and folate. Let's see, folate is necessary for soon to be moms. Like it's very important for kids. And one of the B vitamins, the folate is necessary for healthy growth and development of child cells. Lack of vitamins can cause anemia. So it's very important for food that contain high levels of folate, including whole grain cereals, lentils, chickpeas, spinach, and kidney beans. And then comes fiber. We know fiber helps produce bowel regularity in a child, and it can also play a role in reducing the chance of heart diseases and cancer in later life. And the food that contain high levels of fiber includes whole grain cereals, chickpeas, lentils, kidney beans, seeds, and even nuts. Then vitamin A. See, vitamin A serves a variety of purpose in kids and adults. Like it helps growth, assists the eyes, energizing to dim the and bright lights, to keep the skin healthy, and burst prevention of infection. And food that contains high levels of vitamin A, including carrots, sweet potatoes, squash, apricots, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, fish oils, and egg yolks. And finally comes vitamin C. We know vitamin C is the immune booster, and this does more than that fight of the common cold and cough. It also holds the body cells together. It strengthens the walls of the blood vessels, helps the body heal wounds, and helps building strong bones and teeth. And the food that has to be taken is like citrus fruits, including orange, strawberries, tomatoes, potatoes, melons, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, papayas, mangoes, etc. So these are the foods that we have to include for a better nutrition value. And when these foods are included in our diet, we can make a healthy child and a healthy human being. Next, let's see malnutrition. As we have talked about nutrition, we have to know what malnutrition is all about. Malnutrition in every form presents significant threats to human health. Today, the world faces a double burden of malnutrition that includes both undernutrition and overweight, especially in low and middle income countries. And malnutrition can lead to short and long term health problems, slow recovery from wounds and illness, a higher risk of infection, and difficulty focusing at work and school. Next, let's see some deficiencies that can trigger a specific health problem. Yes, for example, a lack of vitamin A. Around the world, many children develop the vision problems, and this is due to the lack of vitamin A and but lack of vitamin C. Like eventually, a person may also experience difficulty breathing and heart failure. And in children, they may lead to lack of growth and low body weight, tiredness and lack of energy, and irritability and anxiety, and slow behavioral and intellectual development, possibly resulting in learning difficulties. So, non-nutritional deficiency causes anemia and can result if a person's diet cannot provide the nutrition they need. And to be healthy, we need a proper diet. The food we eat can affect your health and your risk for certain disease. To eat healthier food, you may need to change some of your daily habits. You also need to change something in your environment itself. Like you don't need to make a huge change to eat healthier, and you don't have to change your habits all the same at time. It's best to set small goals and change your habits little bit at a time. Like over time, small changes can make a big difference in your health. And I think you also agree with this. Do you all agree with that? No, when we make the small changes in our life, we can make a big deal and we can make a big difference. Yes, next, let's see what makes the difference. Yes, diet. No, diet plays a very important role in our physical and mental health status. Like many common health problems can prevent or treated by the consumption of good diet. And for that, we need to set small goals and make some changes. Some things like changing your eating habits and your environment and can help make you eat healthier food. A healthy diet is good for your overall health, and it also can help you to reach a healthy weight and stay there. To improve your eating habits, I think it's best to make small lifestyle changes and that you can keep doing over time. Like next, let's see what all changes we have to make. Yes, next, yeah. Know your food, meaningly observe your own health and eat what is suits for you. First of all, eat with a pleasant mind. Psychological status is very important while taking food. Like it's better to wait for some time and avoid food when you are depressed or tense. Even the wholesome food taken in the right amount does not get digested if the individual is in a state of anger, fear, worry, or depression. Also, avoid preheating of food, like we are seeing everybody is doing. As possible, eat freshly prepared food. Reheating and refrigerating tends to lose the taste and nourishment. Then, should not eat repeatedly. The individual eating continuously or repeatedly suffers from indigestion, body ache, metabolism disease, etc. And do not eat without desire. Like, don't eat when the mind is unstable because you may eat less or even in excess. And the food taken without having a desire may result in indigestion, anorexia, vomiting, and colic. So try to enjoy the taste of the food and try to enjoy the food what you eat. Like tasty food gives pleasantness to your mind, strength, nourishment, enthusiasm, exhalation, satisfaction, and finally, it makes you happy. And eat fresh and warm food. Like it is better to consume food within 1 hour of its preparation. The warm and fresh food is tasty and the result of the fast digestion and proper absorption. And for healthy diet, we always try to wash the vegetables and fruits before you cook and use boiling, steaming, grilling methods for cooking rather than fry, deep fry, restrict intake of ghee or oil. Too much of oil is not good. Always try to make it a minimum oil. And you can use whole wheat flour, like without sieving. That may be prepared for making the roti, and roti made with jowar, bajra, ragi, maize, and also with high with fiber. So we can include all these. And use of white bread, naan, romali roti, all that contains maida preparations should be limited, better avoided. And it is desirable to take about 50 to 100 grams per day fiber. Like when whole grain cereals, pulse, and vegetables are consumed daily, it is our advantage to maintain our traditional cooking and eating patterns. And always increase locally available seasonal fruits and vegetables in the diet. And do eat when you feel hungry. That is, don't avoid meal times. Develop the habit of taking meals at regular intervals and avoid overeating also. Avoid eating too fast or even too slow. Food eaten hurriedly does not get digested properly, so it does not give a sense of fulfillment. Hence, one tends to eat more and mostly don't drink too much or too little of water. We should drink water, but it should not be too much or too limited. Like the passage of easy passage of motion and urine can be helpful with this drinking of water, and it enhances digestive power, minimizes the diseases related to digestive system, and delayed aging. And avoid heavy tasks immediately after the meal. Like since the blood circulation is diverted towards the site of action rather than towards digestion of food, it also creates pressure on the heart. And after meal, don't just sleep immediately. We are seeing almost everybody is like having a heavy meal and letting to sleep. But don't do that. Like do take rest for a while before resuming your work. Dinner should be taken at least 2 hours before the sleep. And reduce salt and sugar intake. It is also provided for children also. Too much of salt and sugar is not good for our health. And increase intake of milk, buttermilk, lassi, coconut water, etc. These are very healthy options. And food items like flour products, milk products, and pulses like urad, meat, these are heavy in nature. Whereas rice, wheat, pulse like mughal dal, that are light in nature and so easy to digest. And which improves the digestion and increase appetite and immunity. With all these small changes, I think in your diet, you can make a big difference. Next, let's see what Ayurveda, yes, Ayurveda improves the quality of your daily life. Like life according to Ayurveda is a combination of sense, mind, body, and soul, and which when adopted in its entirety, brings a wave of generic well-being to your daily life. Next, let's see what more should we include. Yes. Regular exercise. We know exercise is also very important in having an active lifestyle. Make daily exercise a routine. Like exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. It's just a better option for make it a habit, and also habit of using stairs, and also include exercise in our routine works like when you're walking to the school or your workplace or a nearby shop or a friend's house. Try to walk and do some comfortable workouts like jogging, hiking, bicycling, swimming, yoga, aerobics, dancing, whatever that makes you comfort. You can include these exercise in your daily routine. And also educate some exposure and appropriate treatments and emotional well-being help to cleanse the mind and spirit. And this leaves you with a healthy mind and even a glowing skin. Next, let's see what heightens the concentration levels. See, we can heighten our concentration levels through practicing yoga and meditation, and herbal intake, and adequate sleep, Sleep just helps to reduce the calibrate mental and goal-based settings in your daily life. And according to Ayurveda, the diet is one of the most important facts which have a direct impact on the three doshas. Now, next, let's see for a healthy person, it is advised in Ayurveda not to fill the stomach full. Like while taking food, stomach should be divided into three portions. Like one portion should be filled with the food, the other with the water, and the third portion should be kept vacant or empty for movement of the doshas. Like dinner, supper should be taken before sunset, and the best window for eating the meals is between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. And by wrapping up your dinner early, you make more likely to consume fewer calories. And this happens because you reach the point of safety earlier and your body is able to utilize the food more efficiently. Next, just finally check out the basic principles of Ayurveda. The basic principles of Ayurveda constitute the following disciplines, like do not skip breakfast. I know most of us, especially the children, do this. And breaking your skipping the breakfast being the first, we know the breakfast is being the first meal of the day and is the most important meal. And eating breakfast leads to good health, including better memory and concentration and lower levels of bad cholesterol and lower the chances of getting diabetic, heart diseases, and of being overweight. So don't skip the breakfast. And next, eat a lighter dinner. Like eating too close to bedtime increase your blood sugar and insulin, which can cause you to have hard time falling asleep. So therefore, your last meal should be lightened and for the day and should be eaten at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. And avoid sleeping and waking up late, like drinking and also drink water, enough water, eat organic produces foods, and avoid smoking and drinking, and maintain an active lifestyle. So these are the certain principles that is to be followed in Ayurveda. So you can help your child establish a healthy eating habit and a physical activity behavior from the start itself. Like in these habits are established earlier as a part of your family lifestyle, they will just become the natural way you do things. So eat healthy can help your child feel good and stay at reach of healthy weight and have lots of energy for school and play. So in fact, I think healthy eating can help your whole family to live better and will make your lifelong healthy human being. So eat healthy, stay healthy, and live a healthy life and try to love yourself from within. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for, yes, thank you so much.
Wow, super, Abhini ma'am.
Wow,
super.
super, Abhinima. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
wonderful, 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 Abhini ma'am,
Wonderful,
wonderful.
wonderful. I think,
Yes.
Abhini ma'am, it's a very effective and useful class for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, informative one.
Yes, informative. And I think Abhini ma'am need a musical appreciation.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Welcome, Abli ma'am, for a wonderful musical appreciation for us and our Abhini ma'am.
Sure, ma'am, sure. Wonderful job, ma'am. Okay. ഇന്ദു പുഷ്പം ചൂടി നിൽക്കും രാത്രി ചന്ദനപ്പൂം പുടവ ചാർത്തിയ രാത്രി പഞ്ചബാണ ദൂതിയായൻ അരികിലെത്തി ചഞ്ചലി നിൻ വിപഞ്ചിക തൊട്ടുണർത്തി ഏലസിൻ അനന്തത്തിരു മന്ത്രങ്ങൾ പൊഴിച്ചു കുഞ്ഞോമൽ കോർത്തിയറിക്കട്ടെ മാമോനിയെ മാൻകിടാവാൽ മാറ്റും മന്ത്രം നിസരി മരി Mari sari sari mari sari rima pani pa ma ma pani sani sa ma pani sani ri sani sa മാമോനീ മാൻകിടാവാൽ മാറ്റും മന്ത്രം നിൻ താമര കൺമുനകളാൽ പകർത്തി വച്ചു ഇന്ദു പുഷ്പം ചൂടി നിൽക്കും രാത്രി ചന്ദന പൂമ്പുടവ ചാർത്തിയ രാത്രി പഞ്ചബാണ ദൂതിയായൻ അരികിലെത്തി ചഞ്ചലി നിൻവി പഞ്ചിക തൊട്ടുണർത്തി സൂപ്പർ വണ്ടർഫുൾ അഭിനീമം സൂപ്പർ സൂപ്പർ അമേസിംഗ് എക്സ്ട്രാഓർഡിനറി സൂപ്പർ 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 അമേസിംഗ് 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 extraordinary.
Wow, super, super, Ambili ma'am, super.
Lovely, ma'am.
Yes, super, Abni ma'am. Yes.
Nice, Ambili ma'am.
Shalini ma'am, I think our friends have lots of doubts about this area.
Yes, Ayurveda. Yes. They
So-
have some doubts about that. I think we can move to that doubt clearing session.
Doubt clearing section. It's the time for doubt clearing. Anyone can, any doubts, please ask.
Yes, you
our-
can ask our Abini ma'am.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, good evening, Abhini ma'am.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Your class is really a helpful one, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful class.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, ma'am, yeah, I have one question, ma'am, because yeah, I am suffering a lot of gas problem nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, I think every night I am having that gas problem, just like small pain and all. Ma'am, yeah, how can I reduce my gas in my stomach, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Can you,
See,
yeah,
okay,
can you
see,
help me?
occasional bloating or gas, I think it's a normal. But when it comes regular and persistent, that it signs like a symptom of digestive imbalance. So when gas or bloating is caused by a weak digestive fire, it is type of vata dosha imbalance. So what you eat could nourish and strengthen the fire, boosting your digestive system. So according to Ayurveda, there are certain harmful foods like fried foods, processed meats, and very cold foods that can create undigested residue that forms toxins. And so the health goal is balance this metabolic fire. So when it comes to good eating habits, like you have to avoid first of all the food that is making, you have to realize what makes me feel gas. You have to avoid that food first of all, and eat only when you're hungry. There are like people doing like, oh, I'm simply sitting watching the TV and eating, like that habits you have to avoid. Eat only when you're feeling hungry, and keep the gaps at least for like 3 to 4 hours between each meal. There should be a gap. Don't eat in between, like snacks. You may be feeling like eating a snack, so simply just enjoying the meal. So that should be avoided. We should have to make a gap in between the meals, and so that the previous meal get digested. And avoid something that is agni with cold, like cold food is very something that makes gas, and also wet, spicy, oily, and fried foods. This list of foods can create gas in your body. And when it comes to home remedies, we can say like ginger, like drink ginger or cumin tea once a day is a very helpful one. And also we can use garlic, like garlic can really help when it comes stopping the bloating. And avoid like contracting food combinations like such as hot and cold, and food that is raw or cooked. put together. These combination food is not preferred to be eat together. That can create this kind of gastric problems. So if you follow all these, we can at least reduce most of these gastric problems. And if it is severe, I think you should definitely make it a correct diagnosis. And because each body type depends upon what the problems is, maybe due to taking of any other medicines, or maybe due to your physical activities and your physical structure of your body. That may depend. So if the case is severe, I think you should diagnose it correct with a expert doctor, and that will be preferable. Or either it is a small thing, we can do these kind of home remedies, and you can try these kind of things. And also you can do some exercise and yogas. Like in yogas there are certain poses that can make help to release the gas. So if you are a person who can be interested in that, you can even try that. And I also said, if it is severe, do consult with the doctor. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, Agni ma'am. Thank you so much. I think, yeah, you explained well that what are the food we want to avoid that making
Yes.
gas in stomach. I think
Yes.
you said all the food like fried food and also
Yes.
that cold food, everything that I like very much. And also, yeah, I am eating whenever I want to eat, whenever I wish to eat. That is the problem, I think, ma'am.
Yes.
So
You
anyway,
just
thank you so
try
much,
to
ma'am.
avoid it and see what change can make. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Agni ma'am, for
Thank you, ma'am.
clearing my doubt. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Anyone have doubt?
Yeah. The class was super, Abhini ma'am. You talked about this doshas. I have a doubt regarding that. How can I identify my body type, ma'am? And how do I choose which dosha I belong to?
Yeah. See, it's important to remember that all of us have certain doshas, like certain amount of each doshas within us. And better ratio of these tells us whether it is dominant, how it is. And each type of doshas has a unique characteristic, like the body type, and it depends upon the person's physical and emotional attributes. And characteristics of each doshas I already mentioned, like Pitta dosha, which is a combination of fire and water. That is intelligent, hardworking, and decisive. And this Pitta dosha types may suffer from highly reactive conditions such as skin rashes, fever, inflammation, or even allergies like red skin or irritated raxia and burning like bloodshot eyes and indigestion, heartburn, inflammation, and even mainly it's seen in women like that painful menstruation cramps that is seen in the Pitta type of the body. And when it comes to Vata, it is a combination of air and space, and they are more creative, energetic, and lively. And they can sometimes get a little hyperactive and have some trouble sticking with things like physically these kind of persons will be small and thin, and they have constantly burning energy sensation, and they suffer from conditions of deficiencies like they may have dry skin or experience bloating or constipation, and indicating that they don't have enough fluid in their system to process the food properly. And they tend to suffer easily from cold, cough, and weight loss, and dryness of skin, hair, ears, lips, and joints, and dry and lightness of mind. They will be restless. They may be having dizziness, feeling ungrounded, and it's called it's like poor circulation. And they may have feel like asthma, pain, and tightness. Like these kind of symptoms be shown in these kind of doshas. That is in Vata dosha type of body. These are the symptoms. And when it comes to Kapha dosha type, it is like a combination of earth and water, which is naturally calm, grounded, and loyal. And those with Kapha dosha are usually energy savers. Like Kapha body types may experience conditions of excess such as mucus in their nasal passage, and low metabolism, oily skin, or slow digestion. And they may usually have seasonal allergies and may have feeling in stomach like a sluggish digestion, lack of appetite, weight gain, and water retention, swelling, puffiness, and depression, and even lack of motivation. So if a person has these kind of symptoms, they can be considered to be in a Kapha dosha body type. And we identify according to the body type. Like each person has different body type and physical and emotional attributes. So based upon that, we have to first of all diagnose each and every person's symptoms, and then we can identify the dosha, which body type dosha we are, like that. Yeah, I think it's clear for you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Thank you so much for clearing my doubt, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, super, Abhini ma'am. Okay.
Yes. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. Yes, I am Abhini, ma'am. Yes, you shared very good information for us. I have a doubt. Daily we eat different types of food. Which type of food is best for our digestion?
Yes, see, first of all, eat well. Like, fill up your stomach with more food that contains fiber and that prevents constipation. And drink plenty of fluid that can aid digestion and cut down fat for healthy body. Like eating fermented foods such as yogurt, kimchi, stem, which increase probiotics in your diet, which can improve digestive, and make sure to eat less meat. Meat is not preferable for daily. Just occasionally you can eat. And drink more water. Like try to drink lukewarm water, which is not too cold or not too hot. And foods containing like the ginger. As I already said, ginger, it is a medicinal plant that can reduce even bloating and other digestive problems. And dried ginger powder is an excellent spice to flavor your meals. And for tea, if you want to make a tea, choose fresh ginger root for the best results. And there's certain unsaturated salts that helps body absorb vitamins that are like olive, peanut, avocado, nuts and almonds, hazelnuts, and seeds such as pumpkins and sesame seeds. These are very good in unsaturated fat. So if you add these foods in your diet, it will be very helpful. And try to eat more vegetables, like veggies with the skin, and the fruits like apple, orange, bananas. These are nutritional foods that can help with digestion. And whole grain foods and barley, brown rice, millet, oatmeal, and these are whole wheat bread, pasta, and crackers. Mostly leafy vegetables should be preferred more. That is like spinach, like it is an excellent source of fiber, and as well as nutrition like folate, vitamin C, K, A. There are so many vitamins in spinach. So if you try to eat this kind of food, it will make your stomach like it is the best food for digestion. And yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. I will follow
Yes,
my.
ma'am.
Yes.
Any more doubts?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I wish to say one question. Ma'am, what is
Ma'am.
balanced diet as per Ayurveda?
Yes, a balanced diet is that one fulfills all the person's nutritional needs. Like human needs a certain amount of calories and nutrition to stay healthy, and a diet that provides all the nutrition a person requires without overgoing the recommended daily calories intake. And that is eating whole foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes. And this can benefit your health greatly. Like as these foods are rich in many essential nutrients, balanced meal should be include vegetables, fruits, and that must be like from about half a plate of the human vegetables and fruits should be included, and the rest of the plate contains proteins and grains and the ingredients that are skillfully combined in the terms of flavor and color consistency and mode of preparations. Like food that smells wonderful stimulates the appetite and contains all the 6 flavors like the sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent. And a balanced diet should include all these and should include the nutrition such as protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamins, minerals, and trans elements. So if you include all these diets, that is called a balanced diet. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Can you please explain How can we keep our stomach healthy in Ayurveda?
Yes. Yeah. See, slow digestion is linked with the cup mind body type. And just follow some principles like, first of all, eat only when hungry. Like I already told, it's really necessary to make not eat in regular intervals, only when hungry. And eat in a calm and comfortable place. Like sit down when you eat and eat with a little distraction as possible. Like avoid TV, phone, and the laptops or like that thing. And eat the right quantity. Like we all are different with different needs and different stomach size and metabolic speed. So listen to your body and eat only to a point when you feel satisfied. And don't like overeat. Like in Ayurveda recommends leaving empty, I have already told, empty space in your stomach, like a space for food, water, and a space that should be kept empty for the balance for the doshas. So having fixed or small portion of meals is always advisable. And eat real food, like get plenty of fiber, stay hydrated, drink enough water, and chew your food. Like always chew your food. It should be not be too slow or not be too speed. Just chew it, and simple but overlooked tips to improve the stomach acid levels and digestion. And it's truly chewing your food is very helpful. And limit certain processed foods like eat fermented vegetables, drink apple cider vinegar. It is also a very good option. And include, every time I'm telling, include ginger in your diet. It is good for your digestion, you're good for your stomach. And eat and drink slowly. Like taking your time can help you swallow less air. So make your stomach healthy, and that reduces the gas. And avoid carbonated drink and beer. Like that is really a bad option. It will make you unhealthy. So it's said that eating fast and skipping meals are not recommended in Ayurveda. So how many times we eat is based upon that. So when you keep your changes like this kind of, I think your stomach may feel make your difference in your stomach, and that can be make you feel healthy.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I will try to follow like that. Thank you.
Is there any more doubt?
Yeah, yes. Anyone have doubt?
Yes, yes, sir.
No
Okay.
doubt.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
ma'am. I think our friends, all the doubts have cleared. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Shalini ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Abhini ma'am. You present a wonderful, you got a valuable information to us. I think I can't get any words for saying about that. So thanks very much.
Yeah, I'm so honored to be the part of this, and thank you so much for inviting me once again. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. So, Sisi ma'am.
Yeah, Shalini ma'am, I think it is the time for concluding our this section
program. Okay, I invite the Shishira ma'am for presenting a vote of thanks.
Shishira ma'am.
Thank you, Sisi ma'am and Shalini ma'am. A very good evening, one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of 32nd batch. First of all, I would like to thank our international master trainer, Baba Alexander Sir, who is a familiar name in the world as the founder of One World, One Language movement. He was the founder secretary of Ncdc. Thank you, Baba Sir, for developing a unique methodology for language and child education. It's my pleasure to thank the whole Ncdc faculties and our dearest Shrijana ma'am, not only for guiding, but also for spending the time with us. Next, I take this opportunity to thank our expert, Mrs. Abhini Susmit, who is a 32nd batch trainee teacher, for taking a wonderful class on Ayurveda. Ayurveda is an ancient Indian medical system. Ayurveda is a way of life living in harmony with nature. By learning Ayurveda, we know our Prakriti and constitution. By the class, I got a basic awareness of Ayurveda treatment, and it mainly focused in our lifestyle and diet. Thank you, Abhini ma'am, for explaining the details of Ayurveda. I'm thanking once again for the great effort and making it a success. Last but not the least, I thank my fellow trainees for enthusiastically arranging and listening the class. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Shishira ma'am. Super, Shishira ma'am.
Thank you, Shishira ma'am. Thank you. I think we can conclude our program, Sisi ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.